ready to sit back and relax? Are you ready for one-touch cleaning? How about literally the touch of one button? And you can go on with your merry little life, whether it's going shopping, whether it's hanging out with the kids, playing with the grandbabies. You now have the power to never have to lug out that big, bulky, heavy upright to be able to clean a multitude of floor surfaces, whether it's tile, linoleum, carpet, and it is with our iRobot Roomba. You can clean virtually any hard floor surface, carpeted floor surface. When we talk about top of the line, we talk about iRobot. This brand was created and founded back in 1990 by MIT roboticists. So this is advanced, but don't be terrified, because watch this. You don't have to be an expert in robots. You don't have to be an expert in electronics, in technology, and innovation. All you have to do is come right down, and you can kick back, put your feet up, and one touch just to turn it on, and then one touch to be able to clean, and you are off to the races. Now notice, it's not gonna hit my feet. It is so smart, so intuitive. It can go around and under your furniture. It won't even get stuck on the cords. It is absolutely amazing. Now what's amazing is not only Megan Clementi will be joining us for the next half hour.
Yep.
Hi.
Hi.
And I actually thought you were the perfect person to fill in for this hour, because you have a degree in electrical engineering.
Yes.
So not only is she smart, she is also beautiful, and she is a mom, and she knows a thing or two about keeping her house clean. The nice thing we know about iRobot Roomba is today we are offering a value that has never been done in 15 years. We are at the lowest price for a Roomba that we've ever offered. We are at the lowest price in the market that for an iRobot Roomba. At $249.95, we're taking $50 off. We also have 5 flexible payments of $50 to get this at home, free shipping and handling, and over 900 are already spoken for. You're going to get the iRobot Roomba coming included. It's the 680 model. We're also going to include the extra filter. You're also going to get the charging base. Now, how amazing that your iRobot Roomba 680 will clean for an hour. Megan, when's the last time as a mom you vacuumed your house for an hour?
Let's just go back in history, and before mom life, never did I clean for an entire hour.
I know, this is going to vacuum our iRobot Roomba for an hour. So that's amazing, and then it'll come back to your docking station and it will recharge itself. So that comes included, everything you need out of the box, Megan. One-touch cleaning.
Literally one-touch cleaning.
Right.
If you're wondering, where is the Roomba right now? Well, when's the last time you cleaned under your chair? Because underneath your chair, Robin, right now, it's really clean.
Right.
Because of our low profile, it's actually able to go underneath. Now it's decided, you know what, Robin, underneath your chair is clean, behind your chair is clean. Now it's time for me to tackle the big stuff. Did you just see it slow down when it thought my foot was in the way?
Right.
It actually has all this amazing technology. We call it iAdapt. It adapts to every single situation. It makes 60 decisions every second, which also as a mom, that's really hard to do, to make one decision a second. It makes 60. It has 40 different behaviors, and it can actually track this whole area and have a map going, so it can figure out where it's been, where it currently is, and where it needs to go next. It gets the big items, but more importantly, it also gets the small items. Because when we vacuum, we only know where to go based upon what we see or what we hear. You know that little metal piece that's inside a vacuum cleaner, you hear the ding, ding, ding.
Yes.
You get all excited, you're like, oh, I'm really cleaning, I'm really doing this well. You can't hear dust.
Right.
You can't hear pet dander. You can't hear hair. But you know what? Our Roomba can. It knows when it's really dirty. It knows when it needs to stick around in the same area. It has something special called Dirt Detect.
Right.
You ever see this little blue light go on and it's going in a circle? It says, hey, wait a second, this is really dirty. We're gonna hang out here a little bit longer.
I mean, honestly, it's so impressive. And when you think about this weighs 7.8 pounds, once you put it down on the floor, you never have to touch it again.
Right.
It's so smart, it goes back home. It's actually like your kids. You try to get them to come home, from the kids' house. This will automatically come home, dock itself, and then it recharges itself up. It even has a 7-day programming schedule.
Yes.
So you can schedule this 7 days a week for maybe when you're you're at work, so it'll automatically clean. And you never have to, maybe it's a bad back, maybe it's dexterity, maybe you're just thinking, I had surgery and I can't move my big upright anymore. The biggest question, Megan, we get is, does this really clean as well as my upright?
And you know what? Let's go ahead and prove that right now.
Perfect.
Because that is the biggest question. And it seems like it'd be a difficult thing to prove, but the number one thing that everybody does, including myself, is when you go home with your Roomba for the first time, clean your floor with your vacuum cleaner.
So we call this the Roomba challenge.
This is the Roomba challenge, and we're gonna display it for you right now. So we're gonna remove Roomba, take him out of the way. Mine is a him, yours might be a girl, you know, everyone's different.
And give us a call, 1-866-376-8255. If you own a Roomba, it doesn't matter which model it is, we wanna hear from you. Many of us come up with nicknames. Many of us will name our iRobot Roomba. So give us a call and let us know about yours and how you're loving it. But what are you doing now?
All right, so I have a sand carpet, colored carpet, but I also have real sand. The point of this is to say, I can't see it, but it is there, right? Okay. It gets embedded down, it's dirt, it's yuckiness, we can't see it, but it's in there. I now have this large industrial size power vac. When you think industrial, when you think of a power vac, when you think of 5 horsepower, you go, well, clearly this is gonna clean everything. Well, let's find out. First of all, you'll notice it's really loud. Right. Really, really loud. It's cumbersome. It's hard to use. It literally has to defy gravity because when it sucks up the dirt, it has to travel all the way up here through all this tubing and into the machine. You know it's working because you can see in that little window, and I can hear that the sand is getting picked up.
Right, and Megan, I just want to clarify. I mean, honestly, no one is most likely going to be vacuuming the inside of their house with a shop vac. But this is purely to show you the power that we're vacuuming with a shop vac, which is for the most industrial things in our garage. And you would think that would pick up all the dirt, all the sand, all the debris. But when we talk about this patented 3-stage cleaning system that is truly going to effortlessly, at the touch of a button, pick up what even we couldn't see or that big shop vac.
Exactly.
It's impressive.
It is incredibly impressive, and it's very comforting to know that with the iRobot Roomba, you will actually have a cleaner home that you've ever had before. Right. So right now, the Roomba is going around the room and it's deciding those 60 decisions and the 40 different behaviors and figuring out where is that sand that was left behind, and it is sucking it back up. It is as simple as one touch to say hello, one touch for it to continue going. So we're gonna have 2 going right now. Notice 2 going. My microphone is this close and it's still not as loud as the vacuum that we were just using previously.
Yeah, and I always say, you know, if you have pets, if you have the kitty litter box, if you have cats, if you have a dog, I have a golden retriever, and I swear it's like every day I am vacuuming.
Yes.
And I think if you want to be liberated, if you want to get time back in your day, if you don't want to have to constantly be lugging out the vacuum every single day and doing the chore of vacuuming, guess what? Don't do it. Let the iRobot Roomba do it for you. Now you're putting time back in your day to go get your nails done, to go get your hair done, to go see a movie.
Spend time with your fur baby.
Yes.
Your fur baby wants you to play with him or her, right?
Right.
This gives you that time back in your day. And I'll never forget, we actually gave my mom a vacuum cleaner for Mother's Day when I was in high school. My mom was devastated because what did we do? We gave her a 10 or 12 pound item and told her to work. Had we given her something like this, this is saying, come spend time with me. I love you. I want to hang out with you. Yes. We'll clean your floor. This is more like giving you a maid.
And Mother's Day around the corner. I mean, think about it. If you're giving this to mom, or maybe it's Valentine's Day and you're just wanting to treat yourself. I mean, think about that. Now, we want to also talk about, Megan, what if someone has stairs? Do I have to worry about that if it's going to fall over?
No, we're gonna show a demo of that too, but it has cliff detect.
Okay.
So it actually will go all the way up to the ledge and you'll go, oh, don't go over. And then you don't worry because it doesn't go over. It turns itself around and it goes somewhere else.
So it has technology built in.
Exactly, that's part of that iAdapt technology. All right, so we went over this twice with the power vac. You tell me who did a better job. Did the power vac or
look at that.
Did the Roomba? This is the test. This Look how tall that is. That is a lot of sand. This is what was left behind. And I went over this carpet twice with that 5 horsepower power vac. This is what is getting embedded. So if you vacuum your home one time, this is now getting walked over and embedded into your carpet. It's getting left behind every single time. By having the Roomba, you are now creating this special technology that loosens, lifts, and sucks the dirt and dander and dust into this trash compactor that's able to house it and keep it there. It doesn't have to defy gravity.
Yes.
Look how small it is. From one place to another, this gets shoved to the back and gets thrown away, and you're not breathing in, you're not taking it into your home. So we'll let this guy keep going,
okay,
but we got more to show.
All right, perfect, because then we'll show you that patented, not only dirt detect sensors, but the cliff sensors, because I think that's important as well. But you can see how smart this technology is, that it is patented. It detects the dirt. It knows where to go to find that dirt, the debris, the cereal that's left over, to clean up all those small particles. It has that 3-stage cleaning system that really, truly allows you to get your home cleaner, fresher, healthier. If you have animals, you're gonna love this. My mom, it's so funny. My stepdad, Richard, he is like the first naysayer. He'll be like, oh, that doesn't really work. But he is so funny. He's like, I think I really want one of those, Robin.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, let's do it. Let's pull the plug from my mom, because my mom has 5 dogs.
Oh, your mom definitely needs it.
So I am telling you, they are huge fans of this.
Yeah.
And he was like, he loved it so much. True story. We ordered one for my mom, and then he wanted a second one for their other home. And it was so funny, because he was like, this is the best thing ever. I don't have to pull out a vacuum. I don't have to lug out a vacuum. I touch one button and it starts cleaning.
And you don't even have to touch a button, because it actually has a scheduler. You can schedule it up to 7 times in a day or 7 times per the week, and it does it itself. Okay. But this is an example.
How do I schedule, just out of curiosity?
So with the scheduler, it's as simple as putting the schedule button.
Okay.
And then at the top, you'll see that you have day, hour, and minutes, so that I can program whether I want Sunday at 3 p.m. or Monday at 1 o'clock when I know I'm at work. Right. That way, when I get home from work, this is already going.
Could you imagine getting home from work and your house already being clean?
Oh, that would sound like a miracle.
I mean, right? As a mom, you know that. I'm the same way. Or how about you have that dreaded call? It's not really a dreaded call, but your friends or family say, I'm stopping by, and you're like, oh my gosh, and you like hang up the phone and you run around trying to clean up your entire house and vacuum. Oh, no. Touch of a button.
So much easier.
And you never have that moment again.
And you're seeing, this is all the stuff that you might be coming home to. This is our torture track. We are literally torturing our Roomba. And what was over here is all that embedded pet hair. With the 1 dog or the 5 dogs you might have, Roomba's gonna find it, and it's gonna actually suck up all that hair, and it's gonna throw it into the back of this trash compactor, and this will no longer be on your floor. This is what gets so fine and is sprinkled around your carpet and gets shoved in there that you don't see, but Roomba finds it, and Roomba will always get rid of it, and then all you have to do is go ahead and throw it away. Over here, we have more of your kitchen setting. This is my downfall in life right now, is having a 1-year-old in a high chair. Everything ends up on the floor. So whether it's dog food, whether it's cereal, whether it's just pieces of paper because my toddler is working on cutting things, it will find the big items. You don't have to worry about picking up the bigger items yourself. Roomba is gonna find it, whether it's the small stuff like the hair or the big stuff like the food. You don't have to worry about it. And then this is actually my favorite thing. It's that part of that iAdapt technology. How many times have you, Robin, cleaned up your home before cleaning your home, right? You gotta get rid of the shoes. You have to get rid of the phone chargers. You have to get rid of the dog toys, the tassels. What do you do if you have a carpet that has the fringe or the tassels? Yes. You don't have to worry about that with iRobot, because it has that iAdapt technology that says, wait a second, I felt a little tension. I'm not supposed to be playing with this. I'm gonna let it go, and I'm gonna go on my merry way. It'll always let it go. A second ago, you saw that it actually tried to go off the cliff. And you wanna catch it. You wanna catch it, but you don't have to. It's probably gonna happen right about now. Let's see it go. Boom. It just kind of boomerangs right off and keeps going. It also slows down. It senses that a wall is nearby. So if you have expensive furniture, if you have antiques, my mom's an antique dealer. Heaven forbid I bring home anything that might damage one of her expensive antiques. Life would be over. this knows when it's approaching something, and it'll slow down, and it has this great little bumper that's actually going to slow it down to the point where it won't damage anything.
So the dirt detection, the cliff sensors, the onboard scheduling, this is fully loaded for you today. When you see the amount that your iRobot Roomba picks up, this is technology that doesn't go over our head. When you think about what iRobot is doing for over 29 years of innovation, of technology, of really creating some of the most advanced robots, even that the military uses, they're now making an iRobot Roomba for at-home use to thoroughly clean our home. If you don't mind, come on over here with me very quickly, and I would love to share with you. I'm going to join you in a second. I'm just going to share the value because we are taking $50 off today. This is our lowest price that we have ever offered in the history of actually having an iRobot Roomba for 15 years. This is the lowest price. You're going to get the unit itself with the onboard scheduling for 7 days. You're going to get the additional filter. Typically, previously, you had to buy these as extra. We're including them today. The filter, that's going to trap the dirt, the dust, and the particles. You're getting your docking station as well, so that docking station is your home base. That's the rechargeable battery. It pulls right up onto it. You don't have to do anything. Just plug it in. You get the cord. You get your owner's manual, and that is everything on 5 flexible payments of $50 today. So if you want one-touch cleaning, you want to sit back, you want to relax, you have kids, you have company, maybe you have a bad back, bad shoulder. Guess what? One touch button, and it literally says clean on it, and you set it and forget it and walk away and enjoy your life.
And then you get this wonderful gratification that when it's all done, because remember, it docks itself. It says, I am so tired, I'm going to bed, and it recharges.
But that's after an hour.
After an entire hour of it working hard for you. Then you get this beautiful look. I should move this so you can see. All of this is what you're throwing away. All of this that was in your carpet is now gonna be in your trash can.
Wow.
All right, so I wanna bring us over, and I'll let these guys keep working.
Okay, so this was our torture chamber, and notice from carpet to linoleum to hardwood floor, that no problem whatsoever.
No, and it'll move from place to place. So if you're thinking you have to put it on one of those floors and then move it to the next room, no, it's gonna move from room to room to room because it has these great oscillating wheels and it has that low profile. So I love this area because this truly is our home. When was the last time you cleaned underneath your bed? This is the area that you're spending hopefully 8 hours a night sleeping, and dust and dirt is collecting underneath your bed. Because of the low profile, we're able to actually go underneath your bed frame and pick up all the dirt that you have never been able to get before. I've lived in my home now for about 6 years. If I didn't have my Roomba, that would be 6 years worth of dust and debris and grossness that would be living underneath my bed. Right? That's gross to think about.
Right, think about it. I mean, most of you are probably laying in bed right now, maybe watching HSN, and you're thinking, ask yourself, when's the last time you vacuumed underneath your bed?
Robin, they might not go to bed now.
No, I know, right? I mean, I always say the biggest dust bunnies are under our bed.
Yeah.
We just not an area we clean, and honestly, it's because our vacuum is just too big and too bulky to get under there. I always say, iRobot Roomba goes where no vacuum can go. They can get to the places underneath furniture, around, and underneath your sofa, underneath your favorite chair. For $50 off, lowest price we've offered on an iRobot Roomba to date, the lowest price in the market for this unit. I hope you're trying it today. If you've always wanted an iRobot Roomba, today is your day, right, Megan?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And did you see what it just did? It is literally going from the carpet to the hardwood floors, and it's going underneath the bed skirt without missing a beat. If you're wondering how on earth is it doing it, I'm actually gonna pick this guy up right here and just kind of flip it over and show you the innards of what's happening. Like you said, I have an engineering degree. This stuff gets me super excited.
That's so funny. But this is your jam.
This is totally my jam.
Okay.
So a lot of people ask, one, does it clean better? And we always say yes. And two, how does a round robotic vacuum cleaner get into the corners of a square home, right? Because of the side sweeping brush, this guy actually sweeps, as you can see, it sticks out pretty far from the unit. It will sweep everything to its side and actually direct it in the path of the brushes that are located that it's gonna be trailing over.
I mean, sometimes even your own vacuum can't get close enough to the baseboards, and then all the crumbs and hair build up
even though
there.
you have a square vacuum cleaner, it's not sucking all the way from the left to all the way to the right.
Right.
It can only suck in between the wheels. So you're actually not getting that clean with your typical vacuum cleaner either. So with this, you're gonna be able to get those items, shove it into the front. You have these counter-rotating brushes that are lifting the dirt and actually using this AeroForce technology to suck it into the bin. This is not your typical bin, it's more of a trash compactor. So when you think about your trash compactor at home, it can be smaller and hold more than your typical trash can because of the force of pushing the items to the back.
How do I know when to empty it?
It'll tell you.
Oh, it'll tell you?
Yep.
Wow.
It will. The wheels, we talk about it from going from a low surface to a higher surface, like going from a linoleum or a tile to a carpet. This is the oscillating wheels that gives you that lift, that it'll go from a high to a low. And then this is my favorite part, because this is the super nerdy thing. So this rotating black and white ball actually creates a map. It counts, it loves to count. And it says, you know, X amount of blacks, X amount of whites to get from one place to another in your room. Once it's gone enough past, it's actually mapped out your home and says, I know where I've been, I know where I am right now, and you know what? I now know where I need to go. So it's hitting the places that if you were vacuuming yourself, you would probably miss because you think you already got that dynamic clean.
Right, and our eyes can't see like that. I mean, this is so much smarter, so much more intuitive, and so much more easier to be able to use. I mean, think about being liberated. Think about all the time you're gonna get back in your daily schedule. How many of us just don't have enough hours in the day, and we feel overwhelmed? We feel like one more thing to do is just gonna make me blow my lid, right? Well, imagine now.
You're reading my mind.
Isn't that true? I mean, I feel like that too. Sometimes I just want to go home and sit down and not vacuum, not clean, not do the dishes. Well, think about it. Our dishes have evolved. We don't wash them by hand. We put them in a dishwasher. We don't wash our clothes by hand. We put them in a washing machine. I mean, think about a horse and carriage. We don't take horse and carriages. We take a car now. So things evolve. This is the next evolution.
Did you hear that? That little song. I don't sing after I'm done vacuuming, but my Roomba does.
Mostly I'm cranky and grumpy.
This is everything that we found underneath the bed, underneath the nightstand, and of course on this carpet. This is all the stuff that we were unable to get to before, and the Roomba was able to do on our behalf. Again, this is not a vacuum cleaner. This is a robot that was taught to act like a vacuum cleaner.
Okay.
iRobot has been in existence, yes, since 1990. They've been doing this since about 15 years ago. Every single time they come up with a model, it is more advanced than the model before. The technology keeps getting better and better and better. So to have this price and to know that this model has only been out for a year, you know you're getting the best of the best.
Well, and think about that. I mean, this is only a model. It's only been out for a year, and we are at the lowest price we have offered ever here at HSN on a Roomba. So it's the lowest price Roomba we've offered, and it is the lowest price Roomba that is out in the marketplace today. So this is an opportunity. If you've been wanting an iRobot Roomba, you've been wondering what all the buzz is about, you've been wanting to get it and get time back in your day, and think about it. Who can move and lift up the furniture in their home? I mean, did you just see that? It went underneath the chair Megan is sitting in. I wouldn't be able to pick that up and move that, Megan.
Oh, absolutely.
It's too heavy.
I could do it. I don't
want to do it.
I have enough on my plate. This is the thing. Having the Roomba at home with me has given my life back. I don't want to worry about cleaning, but I want to clean home for my kids. I don't want to worry about cleaning, but I want my husband to come home and not to be upset that my house is messy. I just want that overall comfort. I don't want the anxiety. Roomba is able to deliver that for me, and the fact that I can now schedule when I want him, I call it my Jasper. When Jasper cleans my floor, that is the best part about it. Now,
well, the best part is because Megan's not doing it.
Absolutely, 150%. My kids are big enough, they're gonna have chores, but right now,
that's right.
It's mommy's chore. And I have delegated. The smartest people delegate, right?
That is true.
The smartest people learn to delegate. I have told iRobot, you know what? I have learned from experience, you clean better than I do, so why don't you do the job?
That's right, and why not let him do it or her do it?
And he does not disappoint.
That's right.
I am not disappointed with the job that it's done. So
you know
much
what?
so, that let's see.
And once you own it, you own it. You don't have to keep paying for him. So you use those 5 flexible payments of $50, and then you're done and you own him free and outright. And then you don't have to worry about it.
No, absolutely not. And you find things. It's so funny because you have the ability of dumping things out. Let's say you have lost something. I can now see what's in here. My little boy's toys, I can pick them up and actually find them. I know Leah has said that she's actually found the backing to one of her earrings by simply doing this, because Roomba found it for her and she was able to dump it out, say at the off chance that maybe Roomba found it. Sure enough, Roomba did.
Yeah, it's so true. Yeah. And I know it sounds weird to say you own him free and outright. Him, we're referring to the iRobot Roomba. So just to clarify that, because someone at home is probably going, that sounds really bad. We also want to remind you, you are also have available to you to pick up if you want additional brush pack, the aero filters, or an extended battery pack. So all of them are limited. If you want the brush pack, that's $307,118, that's $49.99. The 3-pack of aero filters. How often do I need to change the aero filter, and how do I know when I need to change it?
About every 6 months.
Okay. Oh,
you really don't need to do it more often than that. So if you're getting that 3-pack, then you know you have about a year and a half before you're gonna have to get it again.
And remember, you're getting one coming included.
Right.
So you have.
So you know you're solid for 6 months.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yep. So you're getting the replacement filter, right?
Correct.
Okay. So you're getting those. So you're good there. So out of the box, you open this and you don't need anything extra.
Correct.
That's just if you want to pick them up today because they're on special. Why not go ahead? But if you're watching this and you're like, no, I'm investing in my iRobot Roomba, good. That's all you have to do.
That's all you need to know. And all you have to do is push the button once to say hello and push it again for it to go on its way. I actually wanted to answer that first question that we always talk about, does it work better? But while we're doing that, I want these guys to do their job. I want you to see that it picks up the big particles. I want you to see that even the tough stuff like pet hair that people struggle with and get special vacuum cleaners for, Roomba's gonna get the job. So we'll let them do their thing.
And that's a lot of pet hair, by the way.
That is a lot of pet hair, but unfortunately that's normal. Like, I'm the pet at home. We don't have pets, but I shed like crazy. So to know that Roomba's able to pick up my hair as well is very, very comforting.
I actually think that's very funny because in my bathroom, like the amount of hair that comes out is like on the floor. Like imagine just—
It's slightly disturbing.
It is, but you know what? That's all right. We have iRobot Roomba to pick it up. Now this is our 680. Now what you're about to see, Megan is going to use an industrial shop vac.
It's gonna be super loud. I'm gonna try to do it very quickly, but I'm gonna pull up as much of this sand as I possibly can. And because I have this heavy duty power vac, we're all gonna assume that it's doing the job, and we can actually see through the window that it was picking up a ton of stuff. But we're gonna go ahead and put Roomba on its way. I know we don't have enough time, very much time left.
No, we'll get it. I think we can get it in.
This is empty.
Oh.
Totally empty. We're gonna let it go on its way. And why that's doing that, really quick, we'll say, come over here in the matter of what? 90 seconds, 1 minute. We picked up all this.
Look at all that.
And over here, we got the big and we got the little.
This was 1 minute, and this will clean for up to an hour at the lowest price that we've had on an iRobot Roomba. Megan, thank you for coming in for this presentation.
My pleasure. If it's not iRobot, it's not a Roomba. That's all you need to know.
I love it. All right, stay tuned. We have much more coming up.
Mom, those are nice. Hey, can I borrow those?
Okay.
Yeah? I'll see you later.
Shop like a VIP with the HSN credit card. Apply now and instantly get $10 off when you're approved. As an HSN card member, you'll get all kinds of perks, like extra flex on jewelry, beauty, and fashion purchases all day, every day. Plus VIP financing, VIP easy returns, exclusive offers, and there's no annual fee. Apply now. Call 1-800-695-1418 or search HSN card at hsn.com.
All right, baby, it's cold outside. Even here in Florida, it is chilly. And you know, one of the things I really kind of drives me crazy to do is turn on my heat in my home and then have to crank it because one room in my house doesn't get warm enough or it gets cold enough or hot enough, right? It's either one or the other. Well, now with DeLonghi, we can have something that's compact, efficient, lightweight, and portable to be able to control your comfort and give you heat anywhere, anytime, any room in your home. It is 1,500 watts of power, and it is that personal heater that just warms you from the inside out because this is that digital ceramic tower heater. Now you can see how small the footprint is. I don't need to tell you how cold it is in your area. They printed out some little temperatures for me. From Boston is 15 degrees, St. Louis is 16 degrees, Indianapolis, where my sister lives, is 18 degrees. A lot of us are getting hit with snow. If you live up along, you know, in the East Coast, there's a lot of snow, right? Well, you wanna stay warm, this is how we do it. Now, we're looking at $59.99. So we have it at the lowest price we've ever offered. We are taking $40 off, so you're saving that $40. It's on 5 flexible payments of $12 to get this at home, and this is from DeLonghi. It is Italian name brand for over 100 years of innovation. Angela McClure is joining us. Did I get the last name right?
McClure. You got it.
Perfect.
Hey, Robin.
Hi, it's so nice to see you.
It's nice to see you, and I'm so excited to be working with a heater because it's so cold. If you're
cold in here.
And if you're like me, you're always cold. And this heater from DeLonghi is their most popular for a reason. It's incredibly fast heating. It's that ceramic technology. And what that means is it's gonna heat quick. As soon as you turn it on, it is coming out hot. And look at this, I can even touch it. This is set at 90 degrees, which is the hottest that it can go. And I just wanna show you here with the temp gun, this is gonna come out over 300 degrees that it is coming out. Very warm.
And look at that. I mean, so imagine if you are freezing, and imagine how you feel when your fingers feel numb or you feel like your fingers are turning purple because you're so cold. Yeah. Like, and I always think, like, I like it chilly, but when my grandmother visits me, Angela, she's always like, can you turn the heat on? Like, she's always so cold. I'm giving her blankets. I mean, imagine just sitting this right by her, right? I don't have to like heat the whole entire house.
And it's gonna save you money.
Right.
Because you can take this everywhere with you. It's lightweight, it's only 4 pounds, and it's gonna heat large rooms. It's gonna heat your master bedroom, it's gonna heat your living room, about 150 square feet, and that's because this has 1,500 watts of power, which is the most power you can get in a space heater. Right. So it's quick, it's fast, and you can see here when it's put in its oscillation mode, that's just gonna help heat the room even more evenly. It's just packed with so many smart features. And on top of all that, it's incredibly safe. It's from DeLonghi, it's a brand that we trust. They actually introduced us to portable AC units and portable heaters 100 years ago. I mean, look at this heat coming out. Think about how warm and cozy you can get your room with this sleek design. And I just wanna go through some of the features. We have here a nice, easy to read digital display, and we have a digital thermostat. So what that means is it's not just a knob that you turn, you can actually set it at a specific temperature that you like. So this is set at 90 degrees, which is the hottest that it can go, but we can just turn the temperature down here so if you know the exact temperature you like it at. This is your oscillation button, so when you turn this on, it's just gonna rotate the machine. Again, that's just gonna help heat your room.
It helps move the air.
Yep. And then, again, there's multiple modes. So we have a low and a high mode, and then there's also a fan mode. So that makes this a year-round device because you can just put it on the fan mode, and that helps with air ventilation in the room. So just circulating the air, maybe, you know, you just wanna keep things fresh.
Well, and it's nice because when you think about having that fan mode in the summertime, when you do have your AC on, when you have something that can circulate, maybe you have really high ceilings or you have like the slanted roof and then your air vents are all the way at the top. When you're able to have something pull and move that air, you're oscillating it, you're circulating it, and you're cooling it down. So this is going to take you into summer, it's gonna take you into spring, but right now where it's frigid and cold and you want the warmth and you want to be warm and cozy and kind of all tucked in, this is that personal heater that's going to give you amazing results. You heard Angela say 1,500 watts is the highest.
It's incredibly powerful for such a small, sleek design.
Yeah, so true, Angela.
And you can see here how our model is able to move it from room to room because it's so lightweight. Again, it's only 4 pounds. It has a 5-foot cable, so all you need is an outlet. And what I like to do to save money is instead of heating the whole house, you can just bring this with you from room to room. So if you're doing a little work in the office, maybe you want to set this up, then you go into the living room and you want to get cozy watching some TV, then you can use your remote so you don't have to get up and change whatever you want on the screen. So everything that's on here is on the remote. It's fully functional. So when you're cozy in bed, and you have this across the room, you just, you can just adjust everything from the remote.
So you don't have to get out of bed.
Yes.
So think about it. Think about how many times you wake up in the morning and it's like cold in your room and you're like, oh, but the alarm went off and I need to start my day, but it's too cold. Well, guess what? Grab your little DeLonghi remote. Maybe you want to crank it and let it warm up and then sleep for another like 5 or 10 minutes and then get out of bed, right? And so it's that perfect temperature. So when you jump in the shower, you're not frigid, you're not freezing. And then the great thing is, like Angela said, on the back, there is a handle, little like area. You just put your fingers in, and now it weighs 4.2 pounds. So I can easily, I mean, look, 2 fingers, 1 finger, I can hold this, look at that. And I can be able to take it throughout the home, into the kitchen, into the bathroom, and wherever you want. Now, obviously, if you're going in the bathroom, be very careful because water is in there. But outside of that, you're going to use this and you are going to fall in love. Also notice, it's not loud. It's not
so quiet.
It is really kind of whisper quiet. You hear just a low hum, but I mention that because my husband has very sensitive hearing and little things like this would drive him nuts, but like sounds drive him nuts.
Yeah.
But this, I will tell you, he would have no problem with.
Perfect in the bedroom when you're sleeping, maybe just a little white noise, or if you're watching TV in the living room, you don't have to worry about this drowning out the TV.
Now, what about safety features built in if it happens to fall over or my dog knocks it over?
Yep, so I have a dog and she has knocked it over before, so I just want to show you. It has a tip-over technology. So this is on full, and then say it gets knocked over. You hear that beep, it automatically shuts off, so you don't have to worry about any sort of fire hazard. And then all you do is stand it back up, and it's gonna automatically not only turn on, but it's gonna default to the settings that it was on before it fell over.
Oh, that's great. I mean, I think that's so important, especially if you have little ones. I mean, obviously this is on as well. You can see Angela's touching hers. Now, you wouldn't want to leave your hand there for a long period of time.
Of course.
But I mean, don't leave it flat. Don't do that when you get it home and leave it flat against. But if you just happen to touch it, like it's not gonna burn your hand off. But you know, obviously, these are features that are built in from DeLonghi. If it does happen to topple over, it will automatically turn off. You just heard that beep. And it will automatically turn back on when it's upright, when you pick it up. Event pricing today. I highly encourage you, if you've been looking for a little personal space heater, if you've been looking for one that is powerful enough with 1,500 watts to be portable, to be compact, have a small footprint, but be efficient enough to save you money. We all want to save money, especially in January. It's been, you know, after the holiday season, I think we're all so much more thoughtful on what we're spending our money on. And this is something that's going to give you comfort. It's gonna keep you warm. And if you have that one room that no matter how high you put the heat on, still never gets cold, maybe it's an older home and you get that draft, you get that breeze, or maybe it's maybe the attic that you renovated and now it's an additional like game room or a place the kids love to go play, but it's always still cold even with the heat cranked. Save yourself some money and get this.
Another great way to save money is with the timer feature.
Okay.
So what I love to do with this is you can set the timer to go off maybe just before you get home, or maybe just before your alarm clock goes off in the morning. So you're not wasting money heating an entire house when you're not there or when you're asleep and maybe you want it a little cooler. So it's a wonderful way to save money by setting this timer. And another great money-saving tip is this Eco Plus mode. So when you hit this button, it's gonna automatically set the heater. It's gonna set its heat and power levels to the most economic, efficient levels for that room.
Oh, nice. And tell us, Angela, about the anti-freeze mode.
That one's really cool too.
It is.
So it will automatically kick on if the machine's turned off. If the temperature in your room gets below 41 degrees, which is awesome. About what like a refrigerator is set up.
Yeah, I mean, that's really cold.
Really cold. It'll automatically turn on, which is great. Maybe you live in those cold states and you have pets at home and the heat breaks, or you're worried about the pipes freezing in a house that maybe you don't always regulate the temperature for. So if that temperature does drop, it'll automatically kick on.
So that's awesome. So that's going to be at 41 degrees, so it'll automatically kick on for you. Now, obviously, it has to be plugged in. It's not like something you can just magically.
Magic.
Yeah, magic is plug it in and have it. Now, does it need to be on?
Nope.
Like the unit, it'll
nope,
just
plugged in, it'll automatically kick on.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, that's amazing. And that's what we rely on, that Italian engineering, when we talk about a brand, over 100 years of innovation and design, performance, reliability. Look how sleek it looks in the bedroom and an office. To Angela's point, if you want to take it throughout the home, you can do that. Angela, we're in our living room setting here in our studio, and look at how great this looks.
I mean, people put a lot of effort into their homes and how they're decorated, and you want things to look nice, but you also want them to feel nice. So you want to be cozy and warm.
You want to drift off to sleep.
Yes, and with the DeLonghi, it's such a sleek design that it really complements any decor. It fits in any space so nicely.
I know that was quick, but thank you for being here. We have less than 600 available on the day, but lowest price we've ever offered. Everything on this hour is on 5 flexible payments, including our iRobot Roomba. These are great problem-solving products for in and around the home. Angela, thanks for coming in so early.
Robin.
Always nice. Stay tuned. We're going to be heading to the kitchen with our Arctica tumblers you don't want to miss out on.
My singular goal is to improve the quality of people's lives. Everything we do is intended to be unlike any other company of our kind. We just make exceptional vitamins so you could have exceptional health. It's not important that you get the products I'm offering, but it's very important that you get the information I'm sharing, because information is the key to being a healthy person.
Here at HSN, we base our retail values on nationwide information. Retail value is an indication of the price you would expect to pay for the same or similar item elsewhere, not the price at which you would be able to sell the item. Prices do vary around the country, so ours might be different from prices in your area. For more information, call one of our customer service reps at 1-800-284-3900.
Welcome into HSN. I'm your host, Robin Wall. We are continuing on. This hour is really about great problem-solving products that help you in and around your home. The products that you go, I wish I had that. That's what this hour is for, to really enhance your life. And one of the biggest things that, how about when you're waking up in the morning, or maybe it's in the evening and you're having that great cup of tea or hot cocoa, and it just gets cold so fast, right? And then it's not really drinkable. Or maybe you're heading out in the morning, you're having that hot cup of piping hot coffee, but then it's cold, right? Well, we're gonna solve that with our Arctica 4-pack of 12-ounce tumblers. Now, here's the thing. When I talk about hot drinks, it's also great for cold drinks. So it does both. Now, these are on clearance pricing at $30.95. I'm gonna run you through the colors. If you own them, we'd love to hear from you. 1-866-376-825. $1,455. I love how these look, how they feel in the hand. You get a 4-pack, you get the lids as well. Here is your stainless steel option. So this is your stainless steel look. You also have it in your turquoise color, which we're calling green when you order. Then you also have it in your black option, and you're gonna get 4, remember, and then we have it in your berry. Your berry is like an eggplant or a plum color, really beautiful there. I say maybe get more than one set and kind of mix and match, which would be really pretty if you're having a party. It would be fantastic. But lowest price, $10 off. Carrie Miletto is joining us. And Carrie, it's always great to have you here, our kitchen expert. You bring us all kinds of great products that really solve a problem.
Well, thank you. And this is kind of a problem that I think we have all the time. We're always trying to keep our drinks, as you were saying, hot, or we're trying to keep them cool when it's hot out in the summer. Right now, of course, we're experiencing our cold weather, and I can't tell you, it's really nice for me to be able to come back, pour my hot coffee in here, and sometimes we get distracted. The phone rings, we're working at our desks, various different things. Because this has a lid that automatically comes with it, this helps with keeping it hot on the inside as well. But this lid also will give you a sipping area here, so that's really, really nice. You don't have to take it off when you're drinking. I actually use mine at home all the time without the lid. I use it for my water because I never drink enough water during the day unless I have a really pretty cup to put it in for some reason. I don't understand what that is, but since I've had this, I bring it with me all around the house. I always know when that's empty to refill it back up. So here you're seeing, like, maybe in the summer for your lemonade out by the pool, you can't bring glass out by a pool, but you can bring stainless steel.
Yeah, you can't really ruin these.
Yeah, exactly. They're very durable. They are a double-walled stainless steel, which actually means they're vacuumed, which actually means that whatever's on the inside of this will not be affected by the weather on the outside. So for up to 12 hours, you're looking at it staying hot, up to 24 hours if it were to stay cold. Of course, it's 12 ounces, so you won't really have it sitting around for that long. Right. But what I love is the vacuum in the middle is what's doing that power, that trick. It's actually keeping the weather out here from affecting what's inside the cup.
And these don't sweat. I mean, you don't get, you're not gonna have a puddle of water
at all
sitting on your table. I think, like, immediately we should come over here, because I think, to me, when I see this, I'm like, first of all, whoa, like, what's going on? We're boiling the cup.
This has been boiling for over 10 minutes. Now, you're never gonna have your cup in boiling water. I mean, so that's, but what we wanted you to see is when the temperatures are really, really hot, and maybe you left this out in your car, and you have a cold drink in here, this is ice in here, between 39 to 41 degrees it's popping in. This is after boiling in this hot water for 10 minutes.
That is such an impressive demonstration.
Isn't it? I mean, and you could look right in there. There's, so the water in here is, what are we temperatured at? 208 degrees. And yet inside the cup, we're still hanging out about 40. Now over here.
So if you're a doubter, if you're a naysayer and you don't think this is gonna keep your drink cold, that is just, I mean, proof in the pudding.
That's why we wanted to take it to the biggest extreme for you so that you could see that. And then if you're living right now in a cold temperature and it gets really, really cold,
of us are right now.
And you want to get that hot coffee or that hot cocoa or that hot cider or whatever you're drinking, 145 degrees inside of there. This has been sitting here for also the same amount of time. This has actually been an hour, I think, that is when she put this in here. And then ice all around it. So in the ice, in the cold, sitting in your car, sitting at your desk, the drink is still going to stay hot because of that double-walled insulation, that it's going to keep what's inside at the temperature it was when it was poured in there. The other part about this that you mentioned right when you started, they're pretty.
They are pretty.
You really will enjoy having it. It fits in your hand perfectly. This one I actually did like a tea. So like if you drink tea at your desk or at home or whatever, I love that it has the tea bag can go right through the little opening at the top if you like, or you can stick it through. But I love these silicone lids.
It's not hot to the touch
at
either,
all.
so you don't burn your hand.
No. So if you have this with a nice hot, super striking, boiling hot, you will not feel any type of sweating or any type of heat or anything on the outside at all because of that double wall.
For the kids, like around a campfire, like with your hot cocoa in there, because you get 4 of them. So if you have kids, you have company coming over, and the hot cocoa or something's unreasonably hot, and you want to put it in here, it'll be cool to the touch, but nice and warm and hot and piping hot in the inside. If it's your coffee, if it's a drink. I know we showed you some great footage of like around the pool. Obviously, seasonally, yes, you're gonna use these 365 days out of the year.
Yeah.
Obviously right now it's snowing in places, it's cold in places here in Florida. It is kind of cool, kind of.
It's like, for us it is. I mean, for us it is. It's like in the 50s for us, and we're like, oh my goodness. But but that is still cool enough that if you had a hot beverage, it would totally bring it down in the temperature. So, you know, if you're in the 20 and 30 degrees, I'm going to New York in a few days, so I know you guys are in around 20 right now. This is gonna be really great to have around the house. Again, you don't have to worry about reheating your coffee 3 or 4 times. Again, it fits really nicely in your hand, as you see here. We kind of modeled them after a wine tumbler, so if you almost would imagine a stem here, they look like a wine tumbler, but it's stemless. So this is great for using with your wine. That's why we have our wine here.
Now we're talking. Now I'm paying attention. Now I'm paying attention. Quickly before we do that, I just want to remind you of the colors. So we have, you're getting a 4-pack. You have the stainless steel. I think this is the most classic, most neutral. Even if you have someone, and the most limited. If you have someone who is a boater, they would love these.
Perfect.
I mean, fantastic to take out. If you love to camp, also great. Then you have, this is kind of nostalgic a little bit. This is like your turquoise green. So that's your green. Then you have your black, and then down at the bottom is your berry, which is like almost a purple. Now these are great gift ideas.
So here's the thing, you're getting 4. So if you say, hey, I'm a household of 2 and I only need 2 of these, or I just want one for work, or I want one for me, and then you can gift the other ones. Look what we've done here. We've actually done, this one's like for a football fan. So we went out and got a crafting set where you can just stick these. These are stickers that you can put right on. And then this one we actually did initials. So if you wanted to give it as like a gift for work or a gift for a family member.
Like his and hers, or like,
so
like
cute.
Groom.
Yep. Here, we have one, maid of honor.
Like,
we have maid of honor. So if you're doing, so again, we got those crafting stickers that you can put on there. We put maid of honor right on there. And then we just put like a little small bottle of wine on it. So these make like really amazing gifts. The fact that you're getting 4 for the price is it makes it really easy for gifting.
What is that, like $7 a piece?
Right. And if you go on the marketplace to look at anything like this, literally they're selling usually between $15 and $20 just for one.
And if you get like a name brand.
And then you pay extra for the lid, by the way, if you actually want a lid on it.
Or straws or things like that. I mean, it's insane what they'll go for. And remember, can we go back over
let's do
to the boiling water as we wrap this up with 30 seconds left? Remember, this is dishwasher safe, so you don't have to worry about that. You are getting a 4-pack, lowest price offered on 5 flexible payments. And look at this, water temperature is boiling.
Still at 40 degrees, guys. And you know, so it's bouncing, but it's in boiling water.
And it's not affecting the temperature inside. Then you have a hot beverage. So hot or cold, and look at the temperature on the hot beverage. Still piping hot, and it's cold on the outside. So 619-314 is your item number. Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. I'm gonna take this drink with me.
Okay, I know I need a drink too. I'm gonna take this drink.
Okay. I love it.
I'm just kidding. Not really. A little bit. Okay, so since I'm on TV, look, I'm gonna have to put my shoe back on.
Okay.
All right, I love you. Look at that. All right, thank you. You're the best.
Thanks, Robin.
All right, well, we're continuing on. And now that we've warmed your house up, we've also cleaned your house with the iRobot Roomba Today special. And then, of course, whether you're entertaining, you're having company, and you have cocktails, we've got those great tumblers. But now, you know, you want to clean the house.
Hi. You didn't bring me any wine? I was expecting a whole bottle to come over with you. That's the Robin I was waiting for.
Right. Well, I figured if I did that, it would be downhill from there with the two of us.
You're almost done, are you?
Yeah, I guess that's true. I don't think work would really like that if I did that. But, you know, hey, we're going to clean your house. Now, the cool thing about these is you're cleaning virtually any surface with just water and this sponge. You need no chemicals whatsoever. So first and foremost, think about how much money that's gonna save you not having to buy all those individual cleaners. This is $19.95. We're taking $6 off. And this is a really cool compressed melamine foam with nylon scrubbies on the other side.
Yeah.
Kelly is who is our kitchen expert. Hi. She always brings us really cool products as well that kind of like save the day in the kitchen,
right?
Yeah,
absolutely. So if you've ever used one of those eraser sponges, I won't say the brand name, but you love them. What happens to those eraser sponges? They immediately start to fall apart. And that's sort of the design of melamine. Melamine crumbles naturally, but Buffalo Sponges has taken it a step further, and they've added this nylon scrubby so that the melamine side stays intact. So this will last you 3, 4, maybe even 5 times longer than the traditional eraser sponges. Same material, all melamine comes from one place in the world, in Germany, and then you can see it has that nylon scrubby for the tough stuff. So I'll just show you, it's an eraser sponge, it's a melamine eraser sponge. You saw me doing, and this is literally
what my house. Is this your artwork?
Well, yeah, it beautiful?
It's gorgeous.
This is actually what my house looks like, because my child is 4, and so he decides to write on everything, even when we ask him nicely not to.
Oh.
So I just go around, and all you do, and mine are already a little wet, is run it under the water.
There's no chemicals in here.
No,
This
that's
is
just
just water.
Run it under the
H2O.
water, give it a little squeeze, and then literally it will erase. This is off of drywall, but maybe this is off of your tile or your wood. Maybe this is
a
off of
painted
your granite.
surface,
This is
right?
a painted surface,
Okay.
just with a flat paint. How about your baseboards? How many of us hate the white baseboards because they get the nicks and they get the shoe scuffs? These are just traditional shoe scuffs. All you need to do is take your eraser sponge, get a little bit wet, and wipe it clean. That's the beauty of melamine. And we like melamine, and we actually like those other eraser sponges, but guess what? They fall apart on like the second use, which drives me crazy, because it's like, okay, I have to go rebuy them.
Right.
Well, the manufacturer did it that way so that you would keep rebuying them, right?
But you're getting 18 here.
Right, and ours will stay together because of that scrubby on the back. So this has only aired a few times, but it already has a couple of reviews. People love it, okay? This is another thing. I mean, accidental Sharpie. I got a little pin ink on my leather handbag, and it took it off.
Oh no.
And it was just, I was just trying it to see. How about Sharpie marker? You know, whatever you can think.
I mean, that's permanent. You think you would not be able to get that off?
No, you would think you wouldn't. Just take your eraser sponge, and with the magic of melamine, melamine is such a cool surface. That's why they make those eraser sponges. All it does is it starts to basically get into the nooks and crannies. It's little microscopic pieces of melamine that get into the nooks and crannies of your tile, of your baseboards, of your granite countertops, of your Formica, and it starts to clean it without chemicals.
Wow, I mean, imagine.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. And imagine being like, not having that moment of, oh my gosh, what did you do?
Yes.
What did, you know, as a parent, you have those moments, you're like, no.
Don't do it. It's happening.
I know, and you can't stop it. And then you're like, then you start to panic and think, how am I going to clean it up?
Exactly.
Well, this is so simple and so easy. You're getting an 18-pack. If you're getting single shipment, that is it's on 5 flexible payments. Are you ready for this, Kelly?
Yes.
$3.99.
Oh, that's insane. I mean, and for 18 sponges, right? So whether you're just cleaning up dirt and debris, you can see the middle of that is now clean. The sides of it have all the dirt.
And that's a lot of texture.
It's a lot of texture. Maybe it's your granite, or in the shower, it's the soap scum or the mold or the mildew that you literally feel like you have to get the chemicals, right? You gotta go spend the $8.99 on the bottle of chemicals. Just take your melamine, your buffalo sponge, get it a little bit wet, and then go straight down the center. And you're gonna absolutely go crazy for the fact that you can clean these surfaces without chemicals. And that's why we love the beauty of melamine.
Is this safe to use on my stovetop?
It's safe to use on your stovetop.
Okay.
It's safe to use in your oven. It's safe to use on your dishes. It is all natural. All melamine comes from one place in the world, in Germany.
Germany,
yeah.
right? Okay.
And so, you know, anytime you buy
All the melamine? Really?
It's the only place they can mine it. It's a natural substance.
Oh, okay.
So when you're purchasing another eraser sponge, it's coming from the same location. Ours is condensed, so it works better. And we have the scrubby. So let's say you have something that's a little bit tougher. You can use that scrubby side to get into the grease, to get into the, you know, the tough surfaces. Maybe you have egg that's stuck on a frying pan, and then take that melamine side and look at the results that you're getting with your glass. It's coming clean with no oven chemicals. And we know those oven chemicals, they stink. So if they stink and they make us cough, guess what? They're probably not good for us.
Right.
Look at what you can do with your buffalo sponge.
And I think if you do have allergies and you have sensitivities, I mean, I think it's a nice way to try to rid your home of chemicals. I mean, I think a lot of us, you know, even with Beekman, the Beekman boys, you know, we're wanting to do away with the chemicals in our home, and but we've always have that thing of where we say, well, it's not going to clean as well if I don't have the chemicals.
Yeah, you got to get the right tools though.
Exactly,
Yes.
that's it.
And let's show that animation one more time really fast, because I think it's so special. Melamine naturally breaks away. So as it's cleaning the surface of your home, the little microscopic pieces of melamine naturally break away, and that's how it cleans those surfaces. That's how it cleans the Sharpie marker. That's how it cleans the crayon. But when you have the other eraser sponges, they crumble. I've used one time and it crumbled.
Wow. Now, how often do you think you can
I
use?
replace mine about every second month.
Every second
Yeah,
month. Okay, so
of
every 2
light to moderate use. So this could last you a year.
Can you rinse them?
Yeah,
like
you
when
can
they
rinse
get dirty?
them clean. Yeah, you
Okay.
can rinse them clean. So remember, you have that scrubby side on the back for anything that's tough. Maybe it's the cheese particles, or maybe it's the, you know, red sauce that got burnt on. And then you're gonna take that melamine side and then just give it a wipe. no chemicals, just a cloth is gonna come perfectly clean. And this just happens to be a stovetop surface, but it could be any surface.
Scratching the surface.
And the melamine is not strong enough to scratch. It's non-abrasive.
And we have about 1 minute remaining on our clock. Remember, for $19.95, if you're getting single shipment, you're gonna have 5 flexible payments of $3.99. If you're doing auto ship is available. That'll secure your order on sale for $19.95. You can speed it up, you can slow it down, but these are long lasting.
Oh, absolutely.
Reusable, and you can even clean your dishes with them.
I'm gonna clean my dishes. I leave one in the sink. I always leave one in my bathroom. We'll just end over here because it's great for soap scum.
Or like your rims?
It's perfect for your cars. I wouldn't use it on the paint of your car. I would use it on the tire.
Okay, on the tire.
Yeah, or on the rim.
On the rim.
On the rim. But you're gonna, because you're getting 18, maybe keep one in the bathroom, keep one with the car washing things. It's great for the, you know how you get the skin oils on the interior of the car?
Yeah.
To scrub that off, it takes that right off. It'll take the soap scum off.
Seconds here, Kelly.
You can take it to your tile and you can clean that grout with it as well if you get that mold stuff.
Now that's the bane of my existence.
It is.
And mold, yes. Or what about the track?
Yeah, you can get the track because the melamine will actually break away and clean those surfaces.
Awesome.
Yeah,
so
you're
we're
gonna
coming
love
up
it.
with all these great ideas, but think about how you're gonna use this in your home. Your home's gonna be cleaner and fresher. Check it out. Kelly, thank you for being here.
Chemical-free.
Chemical-free cleaning.
Thank you.
We all wanna do that. Thank you for shopping with me this evening. Stay tuned. Shannon Fox is coming up next with some clearance frenzy you don't wanna miss.
Welcome, I'm Shannon Fox, and I feel like I'm all ready